Welcome back. Thank you for watching the last episode where we got it all started. This episode, we're going to button up some of the pipes. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, I'm not one of these guys that films the intro at the end when they know what they've done, so that's what we plan to do. We've got a load of Jubilee clips, we've got some aluminium pipe. I've done my dodgy aluminium welding. We're going to cover that, I think, maybe in some wire and tape or something, just to make it look nice. And try and get the boost pipes clipped. I've got a bodgy tool that I made about 10 years ago for flanging the ends. I did buy myself a nice bead fold welder, but it was too big to actually fit in the 2-inch boost pipes for it. Silly me, but we'll use that at some point in the future, that's for sure. Yeah. Let's crack on. It's raining down here. It's damp in this garage. We need to sort it out. It's too damp, really. Very too damp. We need to sort something out. We need to sort our life out. All right, let's crack on. Okay, this might look like a bit of a bodge, but it's something I saw years ago. I'll just use this pipe because it's basically a pair of mole grips, a washer welded to one tooth, and the closing jaw. You put a U-bolt, exhaust clamp on half of it, and that washer, I think I have chamfered it slightly to give it a bit more of a curved edge, not so much of a sharp edge. Big thick washer, 3mm or something. Welded it to long pipes if you need a bit of leverage, and I won't even mark it. I'll just you whack it in there, push down, rotate, push down, rotate, push down, rotate, push down, rotate, push down, rotate. I should be marking it really, but I haven't been bothered. Try and get a nice line. And then, as you can see, I've started to create, as what I was just doing earlier, a ridge, and you can obviously adjust it a little bit by adjusting the tightness of the G-clamp to make this push in a bit further. So yeah, it's not a bead roller, but it does the job. All right, I'm having some fun up front with the front pipes. I'm ignoring them for a second. We'll get back to them in a minute. And yes, I must tidy up, Matthew. I must tidy up. So yeah, I just got some stainless steel Jubilee clips from Screwfix. So we'll fit these just on this one. I'm waiting for the air filter to turn up. Royal Mail strikes. Quick hello to Jay from the farm. Yeah, cheers for the beer. He needed a little lift down the old local shop for a beer. Football's on, and yeah, gave me a lift. He gave me a beer, and he's subscribed as well. So hello, Jay. So what we do? Oh yeah, we're just putting some clips on the charge coolers, and we've got to do some more flanging. Not flanging, is it? Beading. Okie dokie. We've got one side tightened up. The only thing we're missing is a little pipe to the top of the dump valve. Yeah, whether it was a good idea to put them on or not, it's another question. I sorted out my welding. Look at the welds. Look at the welds. By just wrapping some of that fabric tape around it. I think that looks the nuts. Whether it stops leaks or not is another question. And yeah, I didn't quite weld it perfectly. Oh, I should have tested it. You can't see it. Slightly forward, but leaning forward, but I think those pipes need to be redone at some point. Let's smash the other side out. Whew, hard work. Okay, I've got the other side buttoned up. Still need to make the intercooler mounts to actually hold them in position. They're just held in by the pipes at the moment. Look at my welding, my alley welding on those. That is absolutely brilliant. I can see if I can find a bit of pipe to join those up. If not, I might just give it a gratuitous start anyway, just to see if anything sounds a little bit better. One silly thing I have just noticed is that's not the best place for the strap or wastegate slash. I wonder if I can just bend it a little bit. Had a problem, don't have a problem. Alright, I've started stripping some wires. That's what I've taken off so far. That's what I've still got left. Periodically try and check to make sure the engine starts. A bit cold today, seemed to have a bit of an issue starting earlier, but did burst into life in the end. Mostly doesn't help that I'm not actually charging the battery, so I need to make sure I get that sort of wired in at some point as well. Bit noisy down the farm, and sorry, those big LED lights really sort of send a beam pattern down. I just popped the rear cross beam on, dropped the gearbox onto its mount properly because it wasn't quite there, and yeah, put the rear bumper on because I fancy maybe just playing about with the exhaust. It's something to do, and yeah, I've done a load of wiring already which we need to tidy up. Just chatting to the farmer's son about a new unit as well, so maybe in the new year we might get out the shack because it's not ideal, but we might take Lemmy with us, that's for sure, won't we, Lemmy? All right, let's make something. All right, it's cold and I got a bit distracted from the exhaust. I just started playing about with the running heater pipes. So I've got a 45 on that one. Goes down to a metal elbow, which I've just got over there drying. That joins up with the MGF pipes that I've got running underneath on one side. So that's, I need to decide now. These normally have one like lower than the other. I still think this is the top hose. I need to double check the plumbing. I've still got a chance to swap it at the front. So that goes down. We've got another one under the floor here. A silicon 90 under here. So we just need to sort of come up to this. It's quite a tight thing. We've got into the charge cooler in the way. But I've got an old bit of pipe here which has got quite a tight bend on it. So I'm hoping to chop that and then put a tube extension on. Just wanted to say thanks. I've forgotten your name. I got the email. You sent me some pipes, random pipes, which is good. I always love random pipes. But I only just noticed in the box you sent me a Kit Kat and a fudge. Other chocolate bars are available. So yeah, thank you for that. Thank you, Malcolm Young, I think, as well. Sorry, I don't remember the other person's name. Sending me the box of nuts, and some mysterious person bought me 18 cans of Stella off the Amazon wishlist. So again, you didn't leave a note or anything, so please comment below if you did it so I can say thank you. We'll have one of them a bit later on after lunch. All right, we're going to back on the exhaust now. I'm just masking up the back here just so I can get the marker pen on it and try and get the tips where I want them. Basically, I'm going by the gear linkage side. It's pretty much there's only one place it can go, sort of the maximum distance away from everything. And yeah, so I think that's our target. Let's see if we can get these exhausts welded up and bolted on tight so we can then try and start it at the end of the day just to see what it sounds like with some exhaust. These are special silencers. They've got cats built into them as well. Very expensive from Wakanda. Yeah, so yeah, don't worry about cats or emissions or anything like that. They're all sorted. Okay, we got this one done. I've only just tack welded the tip on at the moment, just until I get the other side completely done. So I've welded all the way down all the different joints. I'm going to wrap it in some exhaust wrap because then that makes my welds look really good. I'll leave this nice Chinese TIG welded one at the top. The 12-year-old, I bet, did that. And yeah, we just need to try and get the other side to match now. All right, that's not looking too bad, not too shabby. And yeah, so that's all welded up now. I've just got the tips to weld on. So I've tacked them on, so I'll whip them off, weld them up, and then I may whack some exhaust wrap because I had some laying around for 10 years or so. I should finally get to use it, really. Okay, we got them wrapped in some exhaust wrap, so basically those welds look as good as any professional out there. So yeah, I don't know if it was worth putting that on or not, but it's had it left over. I'm now thinking it's maybe fiberglass material or something. because I'm covered in tiny little hairs. I did use one glove, so not all my hands are affected, so I can still do things. So yeah, let's get them bolted on and yeah, maybe fire it up. Right, let's try and start it up. I mean, I've just connected the battery, so God knows what's going on or anything. Yeah. We need the jumper pack, there's no fuel pressure, and it's fuel pumps relays clicking. Okay, booster pack on. All the fuel. Smoking! Ah, that sounded alright, didn't it? Yeah, ooh, my Kit Kat might melt. Yeah. Pleased with that. I've still got loads of pipes to go. I don't know, some of these are like breather pipes or something. We've got to figure out what we're doing about the power steering yet, pump, and also the aircon pump. Aircon pump could technically just stay there. But yeah, and I still need to connect up my dump valves. Whoomsh. Okay, just did a few start tests. Basically what I did was I got the engine running and I disconnected it straight from the battery, so it killed the ECU, killed everything. Engine obviously stopped, but I then put the battery back on and the ECU woke up and it was fine. So there's something, maybe a bad earth, I saw that the other day, where there's residual voltage in the ECU and it's not turning off properly. So when you turn it back on, it doesn't come back on. So it needs to then be disconnected completely. So yeah, we're getting there. We'll definitely figure something out with that. Thinking about trying to wire it into the BMW loom. I'm just trying to think the best way to do that. Okay, I found I cut some fuel line from the front of the BMW Mini. It's plastic, it's a return line. And I've heated it up and I managed to sort of get it nearly on that connector. That one got a bit better, but then also melted a bit too much, so maybe a bit more heat on that one. And then basically I put some heat shrink over the fittings on the actual Audi engine because they were quite small diameter. And yeah, let's see if they make any noises. Let me see if I can get the camera set up. Okay, battery on, ECU fired up, time to crank. Ah, damn it. Okay, should have had the garage door open, but hey ho. Yeah, I know, I shouldn't rev it like that. They work Okay, we're going to call it a wrap on this video. Needed to get it uploaded. So thanks for all the support. I don't know if I got more done than I thought. I just started undoing the feed to the power steering pump. I was looking to see removing it, and if I remove the power steering pump, I've got to juggle around with all the tensioner and change the routing. So I'm wondering how long the power steering pump will run for without fluid in it and just as a idler pulley. So answers on a postcard or answers below. Are they sealed bearings or do they need the fluid of the thing to keep it? We'll find out, won't we? It's only got to go in and out of the garage and it's not going to go any further. And then yeah, keep the aircon pump because one day, hey, we could even fit the aircon. Anyway, so that's that. So thank you for all the patrons that I've got. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for everybody else for their patience, really, because I can only upload once a week at the moment. I'm trying, but it's so cold and yeah, if you want to help me in any way, check out the description. Well, the main thing is to hit the like button first, if you could do the like button. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe. Please share with a friend. If you could just share with your friend, everyone shared, my figures would double. And yeah, any other ways, just check out the description, as I said. Yeah, I think I'm going to attempt maybe the clutch next time as well. We need to try and finish up sorting out some of this wiring and try and get it all wired in to the BMW harness. And yeah, if we get a few lights on the dashboard, I don't think things like the rev counter and stuff, maybe if they work by K-line, we might be able to, but I think I've ordered just a cheap Chinese ODB2 dash thing, so we're going to whack that up on the dash just so at least we can see all the RPM and temperature and stuff like that without having the gauge ODB2 reader plugged in. All right, that's enough waffle. I think I said I had pin curry the other night, but we changed our mind because one of the children are out, so we're having pin curry tonight. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and yeah, stay safe everyone, and see you soon.